Perfectionism can be extremely damaging to you, and I want to demonstrate this with some examples. Now, it's very well known at this point that if you go for a job interview and they ask you to give a negative trait about yourself, everyone says, "Oh, I'm such a perfectionist," as if it's a good thing, but it's not always a good thing. When I moved into this house, I hated it. I absolutely fucking hated it. And all I could see was stuff that was wrong. And I was being so negative. And I have been until very recently. This is an ongoing problem for me. So I'm not saying I'm better or fixed. But like this right now, I could correct that so they match. But what difference does it make? If I ever read back that I've sent, even if it's just a text message to a friend and I can see I've put a typo, that it does something to me where I really desperately want to change it, because I don't know if I'm afraid they're going to think I'm stupid. It's like I know how to spell there in the correct manner, but if I'm really tired or I'm just, a bit hungover or something, and I'm sending an email and I put the wrong one, I would feel a desperate need to do a little hyperfixation or a little asterisk, I should say, and email the person and say, "Oh, I meant this, obviously. I'm not fucking stupid. I can spell there correctly." We're all going to die. Just another note. So why would that matter? Why should it matter? But I've always been a bit like that. A lot of people say would have. If I was him, I would have done this. Would have. Incorrect grammar. Would have. I've seen that's a common word. It took me many years to be told that that was incorrect. And I see other people on social media correcting grammatical errors. And it's, again, I imagine for these people doing it, it's like this almost compulsive need, not to be like, "Oh, I'm better than you," but they can't help but to point out the flaws. And nothing is really perfect, by the way. Now, Ella, my girlfriend, is a very talented, very hardworking, established tattoo artist. She's been doing this stuff for years. But even she could show me a bit of her work and I could go, "Oh, that line, is it meant to be like that?" She'd be like, "What?" Why aren't you looking at the overall piece? It's fucking amazing. And it is. But there's something in my mind, I don't know if it's developed or the way I've always been, but it's like my mind will hyperfixate on what is actually wrong. Because if nothing's wrong, then it doesn't know what to do. So that in no way is ever me, criticizing my girlfriend's work. It's just that's how my mind works. I could look at anyone's work and probably find something wrong. Last weekend, my mum was around with my stepdad painting the back fence, which, just for reference, is there. I know that was out of focus. And, they're around for hours helping out, and I was in a very bad mood that day, I should add. But there's a couple of drip marks in places where the paint shouldn't be. It really doesn't matter. But again, after their commitment and help, that's all I could see is a couple of drip marks there, a bit on the plant. It's like, I need to train myself to look at the overall picture. And now I can hear my girlfriend's just arrived home because we have stones on the drive. So that's it. But just, I think a bit of practice. If you're really obsessed with tidying, delay it. Go, "Yeah, I can see that, but I need to have this be less of a problem in my mind. Let's leave it there for a while. It's not a big deal. It'll be okay." Let me know if your battles with perfectionism. Let me know if you've got any suggestions yourself. I hope this video is helpful. See you later.